1500 metres. All clears through. They're off in the first. And a good start, although Madame Plume just a little bit slow to move. CNN dropped out at the start, and Siberia, Little Miss Mary and Spit Rust are the first three to show out. Madame Plume is comfortably improving up to fourth inside of them, and they're followed a length away by Prima Model. CNN getting up on the inside, and a length and a half to Oamaru Dancer last when they went by the 1200 metres. Spit Rust has gone through and leads by next Siberia. About 2 lengths to Little Miss Mary racing out wide in third placing around CNN, and Madame Plume is in the centre. 2 lengths behind those horses then is Prima Model, and she's followed by Oamaru Dancer, who's at the back of the field, and they're about to come off the back. 900 to go, and Spit Rust is now a clear leader. She's a length and a half in front. Running second is Siberia, who again moves up at the 800 metres to close the gap to only half a length. CNN third over on the rails. Wide all the way so far has been Little Miss Mary, and Madame Plume is between horses. 1 Prima Model and 2 lengths Oamaru Dancer. At the 600 metres, and Spit Rust ahead in front of Siberia, and they kick away 2 to 3 lengths now on CNN, and Madame Plume has asked for the run now, and she goes through between horses. On her outside is Little Miss Mary, and then Prima Model under pressure, and Oamaru Dancer last. Siberia moved up and took the lead from Spit Rust at the 400. 2.5 lengths away as Madame Plume, who's called on for the run now, shown the whip by Pay. Siberia's 2 in front, nearing the 200 metres. Madame Plume has got a job on her hands to get there. She's trying hard. Siberia's a length in front inside the 200. Madame Plume's claiming her now. 100 to go. Madame Plume moves up, takes the lead, and she'll start to draw clear from Siberia and then Spit Rust. But Madame Plume has won it pretty comfortably on the line by about 2 lengths. Siberia's second. 4 lengths away third is Spit Rust, and then came Oamaru Dancer, a gap CNN, Little Miss Mary, and Prima Model last. Stand by. Ready. Off they go. Starter caught them reasonably. Tuscan Thunder dropping out towards the tail with Tambura in the all-white. And the Mambo Prince bounded out and leads by a length and a half in the early stages. Final away, Toscatina up there in second and third, being followed closely by Sir Cheers, who's wide out round the outside. Then straight and narrow in the centre. Back behind those horses is Tambua going up on the inside. Tuscan Thunder and Uchetto's last on the outside with our Savat well back. At the 650, the Mambo Prince left alone by 2 lengths. Toscatina ahead final way. Sir Cheers fourth on the outside going forward, a length and a half straight and narrow. Then Tuscan Thunder, Uchetto following it home. Over on the inside, Tambura and our Savat's last as they neared the turn. With 500 metres to go, the Mambo Prince has had a good run in front, and he's going to corner about 2 lengths clear. Drifted away from the rails into the straight, a couple in front of final way, Sir Cheers, Toscatin. Back behind those horses, Uchetto down the outside with Tuscan Thunder. But the Mambo Prince is nicely clear, nearing the 200, 2 lengths clear from final way. Tuscan Thunder and Uchetto out wide. The Mambo Prince 150 out, leads by 3 final way. Uchetto the outside of Tuscan Thunder and straight and narrow, but the Mambo Prince all the way and will win it very easily. The Mambo Prince beat final way by 3. Photo third, straight and narrow on the inside perhaps from Uchetto, a little between the two in front of Tuscan Thunder. A break then to Sir Cheers, and behind it to finish in the race was Tambua, followed by Toscatin towards the tail, and last to finish our Savat. Before 3, and trial winner the 28th of July. Our Grand Anchor links in. Field is set, 1,000 metres to dash. Ready to go. Off they go. Formula began okay. Rising Sun looked to be a little slow down on the inside, and settling back towards the end too as they go through the first 200 is Earl Marshall. Grand Parade hunts through and he leads in the early stages in the blue colours. Eon Gould had got away well at second on the rail, followed by Formula on the outside. Grand Anchor isn't far away, and Nor Prospect is carried between horses, a length to Earl Marshall, followed by Rising Sun, and our arch rival is last of the 8, about 5 or 6 lengths only covering the field. As they come round the turn, Grand Parade the leader from Formula, and Grand Anchor a little wider out. Eon Gould just behind them going for the rails run, and they were clear of Rising Sun. Earl Marshall is only battling, and then our arch rival Formula's racing up on the outside near the 200. Eon Gould getting through on the inside. It's Formula from Eon Gould and Grand Parade. Formula on the outside and Eon Gould kicking back. Formula, Eon Gould, not much between them, 50 out. Formula the outside, the nose in front, they hit it, bob and go.
Either Formula the outside or Eon Girl, not much in this. Grand Parade is third, and they were clear then of Earl Marshall, and back behind those were Grand Anchor. Then came behind those were Our Arch Rival, trailed by Prospector's Carrot and Rising Sun last of all. Judge calls for a photo. And 1500 metres, race number 4. The Grey Noble Cheyenne coming up into the stalls now. Huntingfield has the inside. All in, off they go. And Crafty Hunter missed it about 2, and Tabaran settles towards the end. Otherwise a good dispatch. As they settle down, Spring Hill Express is easing back to be about third last, and no rider really anxious to show its hand to go to the front here. Thurston eventually working slowly across to take it up. Noble Cheyenne on its outside. Biggs is a handy third, and Huntingfield held the rails fourth. Only a length and a half or two off the leader. Blue Water is next with Amazon Lad around it, and then a length and a half Tabaran, Spring Hill Express, and 3 lengths last of all by the 1,000 is Crafty Hunter. Thurston the leader coming off the back now. He's about a length clear as they prepare to run to the 800. Thurston a length and a half now, Noble Cheyenne. Over on the inside, Biggs. Huntingfield is fourth from Blue Water, Amazon Lad. Crafty Hunter starts a run from the back, and he's sprinting very quickly towards the front. Spring Hill Express is next, and Tabaran now last of all. Thurston led at the 600 metres, but he's only just in front because Crafty Hunter's moved up swiftly and in fact races to the lead before the home turn. Crafty Hunter a length to Thurston, Noble Cheyenne. Spring Hill Express is working into it, followed by Biggs, and then Blue Water back on the inside. Huntingfield lost his place when they sprinted into the straight. Amazon Lad is second last. Spring Hill Express is after the leader, which is Crafty Hunter. Crafty Hunter went for home early. He's now under the whip. Biggs and Spring Hill Express is sprinting down the outside, and Blue Water starting to come home inside the 200. Spring Hill Express has moved up and taken the lead. Blue Water's trying to go with her. Spring Hill Express with Blue Water coming at her. Blue Water on the inside, finishing the better. Blue Water takes the lead. Blue Water wins it by a half to Spring Hill Express, and holding on to third was Crafty Hunter. A gap behind those to Biggs, Amazon Lad, Tabaran, Huntingfield, Noble Cheyenne, and Thurston dropped out last. Rain is in, they're all in. Skimmer the inside runner. Tara's Eels in 2. Took a little dive at the gates there. They're off. And a good start too. Tara's Eel jumped away okay. Beja Floor, one of the first out in company with Trafera. Going through Lady of Aragon in the early part to poke its nose in front. Riak is right there too from Bunglung and Farayan. As they settle down, Tara's Eels drifted back. She's third to last now. And it's Rich and Playful, a narrow leader. Foray on the outside and Beja Floor on the fence. A length away, Riak now easing back to fourth. Won the grade Trafera, followed by Bunglung. Anchor deep out in the black and red colours. Next, Our Excellency Tara's Eel on the fence, followed then by Grammy Award Skimmer, who's a long way back. Canella's deep in second last, and Rich and Playful last. Nearly a line of 3 at the 800 metres here. And in the centre, Lady of Aragon putting the neck in front of Foray on the outside, Beja Floor on the fence. A length away, Trafera of Riak as they came down the side, and they're followed by Anchor going forward on the outside. Next, Grammy Award deep out, and Canella coming right off the track. Tara's Eel needing a run back on the inside, and then Bunglung, Our Excellency, Rich and Playful, and Skimmer as they corner. Lady of Aragon straightening up the leader from Beja Floor, the inside, and Forayan. Anchor is running on well from Grammy Award. Canella out very wide. Anchor is sprinting hard, moved up and took the lead now from Lady Aragon. Grammy Award finishing fairly. Canella out deep, and then Tara's Eel. Grammy Award took the lead from Anchor at the 200 metres. Canella out deep, and then Tara's Eel. Grammy Award in front of Canella out deep. Grammy Award, Canella. Canella's coming home hard. Canella out wide, and Grammy Award, they go to the line. Ooh, this is close. Canella or Grammy Award, they're wide apart, difficult to tell. Anchor, I think, held third from Tara's Eel. Riak, Rich and Playful, followed by Our Excellency, Trafera, Skimmer. Lady of Aragon weakening badly. Back towards the end was Beja Floor, Bunglung, and last Forayan. Well, they're very, very wide apart. It's difficult. Now, Maker Mill's going to complete the lineup. Goes in at the 1300, and we're set to see them on their journey. Couple of attendants in. Follow the Maestro standing well on the inside. They're off now, and Prize Fighter flew out of the gates. He's landed a length in front when the starter said go. Hustled out on the inside, follow the Maestro. Winwood got away well, settling up on the pace too, and Make a Mill outside them. About a length and a half away in fifth is Disrupted.
and they're closely followed by Brodance, and on the outside of those horses then MVP is going forward from our Danerac. They're being closely followed by Broken Silence out wide. A length and a half Thong and Pushbike being trailed by Raise the Arc and Smartest Defence at the 800 metres now, and follow the Maestros a couple clear to Prize Fighter. One Make a Mill ahead to Windward on the inside, and MVP is improving in the orange fifth, followed by Disrupted. Back behind those horses then, our Danerac got into some trouble there. Broken Silence goes forward ahead of it from Raise the Arc. Brodance a good way back on the rail from Thong and Pushbike. Oh, Windward lost ground sharply. Something happened to it and it fell back on Brodance. Coming around the home turn now, and Prize Fighter out in the middle is after the leader. Follow the Maestro. Disrupted has got a beautiful run through and challenges them. Wider out as MVP, and Raise the Arc is out wide, followed by Make a Mill. Prize Fighter's taken the lead, but MVP is finishing hard. MVP up to Prize Fighter. Thong and Pushbike. Smites' Defence is coming. It's Prize Fighter fighting back on the inside, but Smites' Defence is coming home strongly. Grabs the lead. Smites' Defence hit the front and won it by a half to Prize Fighter. MVP third, followed by Raise the Arc, and then Thong and Pushbike. Disrupted our Danerac. Behind them will Make a Mill and Broken Silence. A long break to Brodance, follow the Maestro, and Windward finish last of all. A couple of those towards the end did get into trouble. They're just about right to go. Moles Gap, Capers Way and Summer Rule ready near the outside, and they're all clear and they're off. And now the Moles Gap began well in the middle of the line. Full of Chances got away fast. So too did Summer Rule and Capers Way on the outside are going forward as they came to the post the first time. And here Full of Chances led. Summer Rule is second. Capers Way outside. Katani third and fourth. Robley last fifth on the inside as they prepare to run out of the straight, followed by Danaka and Graney out wider. Behind them is Angel Lee, Wisteria Walk, both checking there. Wisteria walking into some bother. Around her then is Dame Portia, settling third last Flowing Plume, and they're followed 2.5 lengths away by Moles Gap, and consider it last of all. Capers Way took up the running into the back near the 1500, leads by a length and a half. Full of Chances is second. Summer Rule is in third, placing a length and a half away on the outside of Katani, who lobs along beautifully fourth on the rail. 2 lengths behind them, Granny is out 3 wide. Danaka is in the centre. Robley last back over on the rails. A length and a half to Dame Portia, being followed by Wisteria Walk. 1 further back in the field is Flowing Plume now going forward. About 2 lengths further back is Moles Gap and Angel Lee together, and consider it last of all. Capers Way is a clear leader, passing the 1100 about 2.5 lengths in front. Grey Annie is moving up on the outside. Full of Chances on the fences third. A length and a half Katani, followed by Summer Rule. 2 behind those horses then is Dame Portia out 3 wide around Danaka, and on the rail Robley Lass. 1 Wisteria Walk, followed by Angel Lee, Flowing Plume, and Considerate and Moles Gap are together at the tail of the field. At the 800 off the back, and Capers Way a couple clear to Grey Annie. On the fence, Full of Chances, 2 Summer Rule ahead. Katani on the rails. They're quickening up now and sprinting home. Next to Naka and Dame Portia from Robley Lass. 1 Angel Lee, Wisteria Walk, Flowing Plume, Moles Gap and Considerate last as they neared the turn, where Capers Way led by about a length and a half now to Grey Annie. Summer Rule's coming home well round the outside, clear of Full of Chances. Katani under pressure. Then Dame Portia, Angel Lee and Flowing Plume as they corner. Capers Way stayed closest to the inside, and at the 400s about 3 in front. Summer Rule coming down the outside. Robley Lass is working home quickly, and Katani is still coming home. At the 200 metre mark, Robley Lass has taken the lead. On the outside is Angel Lee, followed by Katani. Robley Lass 100 metres to go, a length and a half clear. Angel Lee is trying hard. Robley Lass is clear though, and Robley Lass takes it out, beating Angel Lee. Photo third, either Summer Rule or Danaka. Katani is next, trailed by Flowing Plume, Moles Gap, a gap to Capers Way. Dame Portia, Considerate, Grey Annie, followed by Wisteria. Off. I Wonder began okay towards the inside with Shane's Castle, and Vanderbrink got away well. Also Law of the Land is showing some pace in the early part with Boundary Boy from wide out going forward. In behind them early is Kalina Raff and the Grey over on the inside. Broadway Ballad is heading to the front now, passing the 300 metres on the first circuit, and it's Broadway Ballad about a length and a half to Shane's Castle. Boundary Boy is moving up on the outside of these horses now. It'll soon be up outside the leader. I Wonder enjoying a good run, fourth on the fence at the post, a lap to go. Around him then came Law of the Land, followed by Venderbrink and the Kalina Rapid. Then Napier Street on the outside. About a length further back in the field is New Kingston. Copper Wildwood next to last, and Seabiscuit whipped the field in. 1700 to go at the turn out of the straight, and Broadway Ballad is the leader. It's Broadway Ballad for the Gouch, leading about a length and a half. In second is Boundary Boy, followed third by Shane's Castle on the outside. I Wonder tucked away the fence, and Law of the Land is booting up to get to a more prominent role. Back behind them is Napier Street, about a length and a half. Kalina Raff and the grey on the inside of Venderbrink, one Copper Wildwood. Then came New Kingston, and Seabiscuit is last of all. As they go into the back now, past the 1400, Broadway Ballad led. Law of the Land is a length away second. Boundary Boy is third. A length and a half to Shane's Castle fifth, and one away on the inside is I Wonder. They're trailed by Napier Street, who's out wide. Venderbrink the setter, and Kalina Raffin on the rail. Nearly 2 lengths back to Copper Wildwood, followed by New Kingston, and Seabiscuit is still last of the 11 as they run down the back now, and they're heading to the 1000. And Broadway Ballad trying to do it all the way. He leads a little over a length. Law of the Land. Boundary Boy ahead away. A length and a half further back is Shane's Castle, fourth the outside. Napier Street creeping a little closer. I Wonder hasn't spent a cent back on the inside, and then Venderbrink, followed by Kalina Raffin. Copper Wildwood is going forward out wide. New Kingston next to last, and Seabiscuit is last of all. They've bunched and they're nearing the home turn and the 600 metres. Shane's Castle moved up fast with Napier Street to tackle Broadway Ballad. Copper Wildwood's whipped up in a hurry and has joined the lot of them out wide. As they came to the turn, I Wonder got lost in the sprint. He's third last coming around the home turn, where Shane's Castle is headed by Copper Wildwood. Napier Street the centre. Then Broadway Ballad, wider out. New Kingston starting to come home fairly well. Kalina Raffin sticking to the inside. Copper Wildwood, Shane's Castle near the 300 together. New Kingston starting to close on them out wide, and now I Wonder is coming into it again. But Copper Wildwood drifting out the leader, 150 to go from New Kingston and I Wonder. Copper Wildwood the leader. New Kingston had to change course to get to the inside, but Copper Wildwood kept going. Copper Wildwood wins it by nearly a length on the line. New Kingston is second, and I Wonder third. Then Venderbrink, followed by Napier Street, Kalina Rapp and Shane's Castle. Behind them were Boundary Boy and Seabiscuit. Broadway Ballad knocking right up, and Law of the Land was last to go over the line. Copper Wildwood ridden by Brendan Fennick. I think that's Brendan.